So hello again, welcome back to the show with Nina and James. Delighted to say we are joined by Tom Chambers himself, so you can actually tell us about this Austrian thing.
Oh, it's embarrassing, really. It's totally embarrassing. It was just a family holiday, and there was a saying in the family that to turn is to admit defeat. So I just went straight down, and someone obviously saw this guy completely out of control and went, let's have a word with his parents and say, can he come and train with us? So
I see. Wow, they saw you skiing and they asked.
How old were you?
Yeah, we didn't write a letter or anything.
No, it's amazing.
We've
never had that.
No, well, I still to this day think, did it really happen? Because I don't know how that would work.
It sounds a bit like the scene out the office, and a guy goes, I went go-karting, and they pulled me over and went, how fast are you going, mate? No professionals. He goes, I'm not. Well, you should be. Is that the sort of you dine out with? I go, I'm just skiing down a mountain. A couple of people stopped me. Whoa, you an Olympic skier?
Yeah.
No. Well, you should be, pal.
Probably confused with Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, thank you for joining us for Talking Telly. And the reason Tom is here is because Father Brown, which he's in, is back for an 11th series. You return to the role of Chief Inspector Sullivan. Why don't we have a sneak peek? We've actually got you from today's episode, the actual Today episode. So this sees one of Father Brown's old friends become implicated in a murder. Have a look.
Fact. The wine could not have been compromised. I bottled it myself. Therefore, the bottle opener must have been poisoned.
The cork had not been fully penetrated.
Then I must surmise that the poison was already in the glass.
Mr. Snell chose the glass himself. I think he would have noticed some cyanide.
Perhaps I might be permitted to examine all the evidence in my laboratory.
Excuse me?
Well, I do have a master's degree in biochemistry, Cantab, not to mention that Locard is a particular hero of mine.
Fact. You are a nun. A sample of the wine has been sent to a police laboratory. I prefer to lay my trust in professionals.
Right,
Ooh.
I love... Yes, I know. Attitude problem there. What's going...
Doing my job.
Just
saying the line.
My heart fluttered at penetrated. I was like, what's going on?
well,
Out of context.
That was out of context.
Yeah, it was.
Very
I'm sorry.
aggressive
We
to start
obviously,
the day.
not sure how that one got through the system, but so Father, I love this. I love this drama. It's the number one drama in daytime. They pack them away. They've done so many of them. The guy who plays Father Brown, Mark Williams, is a lovely guy, isn't he? Brilliant actor.
Yeah.
And so you're now on board as almost, the number two investigator, right? So it's an interesting role, isn't it?
Well, I'm the guy who has to get it wrong. I mean, it's based on G.K. Chesterton's stories.
Yeah.
So therefore, Father Brown is solving murders that's happening in the village of Kembleford in the most charming, amazing setting of countryside in the Cotswolds you've ever seen, which is a pure joy itself. But Father Inspector Sullivan, his job is to be the foil, the stooge, and get it wrong. So
who was that? Because through history, we've always is it Inspector Hastings in Agatha Christie who's always bumbling, and Poirot's always putting him right. So you don't mind being the fool guy?
Well, I think I did, because I joined in Series 2 after Hugo Spear did Series 1. He got another job and couldn't come back because there was no retainer type thing. So I was in, and it was amazing. I thought, I'm just getting it wrong all the time. It's really frustrating, and I'm still quite young, and I want to go off and do other things. Anyway, something else came up, so I couldn't come back. And the year I couldn't go back, after doing 2 seasons, I wrote every year for 7 years, please, when the new detective wants to move on, can I come back?
Oh, I love that.
They got me back for 2 individual episodes, and then finally I got to do Series 10, and now Series 11 has, just coming out. It is
Brilliant.
the most... It's so magically special, and I think it's because, obviously, it being period, and it's a very, very, very soft, so it depends what your palette is, whether you want really dark, gritty and
Not in
grotesque
daytime, though, do you? Don't you? In
Not in
daytime, I think it's
You can't.
It's lovely. I got a bit obsessed with it. I went to visit the set once.
Did you?
I saw them filming, about 5-6 years ago. Yeah.
Ah, when
took
I
my
wasn't
kids,
there.
so I totally and I respect for all the costume people and everything. Such an amazing production.
Did you ask? Did you ask to go on?
Yeah, I met somebody who was a producer. I said, I'd love to see that being
Oh,
filmed.
wow.
Yeah, just
and
so
in that particular venue, were you in a big place or a small place? Because that's the incredible...
It was somewhere. It was I think it was being filmed in the Midlands at that point, near Birmingham, actually. Maybe BBC HQ or whatever. But that would be because they were doing certain scenes indoors.
Yes.
So that's
the jail scenes that have a studio.
That's it.
But if you get to go to location, you never know where you're going next. It's like through the keyhole. I think that's also the for the people involved working on the production is that you get to walk into these incredible buildings of history and architecture,
Joyful.
and design, and you know, like the fly on the wall, and it is like a time. It's like
We've got some pictures, I think, of the kind of the Olympic scene, because there's basically some crazy Olympics going on. So Father Brown here is looking at the events: shin kicking, dwile flonking. Now, these are real things, I think. I mean, they're
Wife
local
carrying.
traditions. Yeah. Why? So
That's yes, me carrying Mrs. Devine, who is my love interest, which
Well-
I'm very pleased about, because actually it does give Sullivan. If you're playing a policeman, can be quite two-dimensional, as you have to portray a professional. Whereas now with a love interest, it's lovely because it adds.
well, I
another
think
dimension.
Mrs. Devine you two could be a spin-off of some sort.
Where's it
I'm
set?
watching
What's the
it
name of
carefully.
Oh, thanks.
What's the name of the town it's set in?
Kembleford.
Kemble.
Yeah.
Imagine if anyone invites me to Kembleford to stay, you'd be like, no thanks, everyone dies. 11 it's like if you went, who's to dinner? Father Brown and Poirot, I'm not coming. It's like 11
So this
series
is-
of just constant death.
This is the sort of crazy Olympics that they've half made up, although some of these are traditions. And it might reminded us of cheese rolling in Gloucestershire, isn't it, where they do that?
Yeah,
We've got some
bonkers.
Because actually, any excuse to show this is the most British thing ever.
I mean,
And I don't think Mrs. Devine would be happy with that. Ooh, look at that, look at
Is
that.
it bonkers?
No
Has
helmets.
nobody died doing that? I don't.
Well,
That's
close.
why women live longer than men.
Yeah, it probably is.
Not quite as stupid.
So Tom won Strictly in 2008. I'm going to embarrass you by playing a bit of you in action.
Oh, thank you. I love this.
Third embarrassment of the day.
And that's kind of relevant. I know you got on very well with Camilla Dallerup, and you mentioned that a number of times. But we're getting this thing about Giovanni Panici now, and being too tough as a trainer. What do you make of those stories? I don't know the truth of it. I mean, he's a perfectionist.
I don't either, apart from that you're walking into a professional arena, and Camilla was very strict, but she was very fair. So, but it was like, you know, the things you can't get your head round, and then, no, again, do it again, and you. So I don't know anything about it either. All I know
This
is
is
that
the story. Yeah, what do you think, Nina, of that?
I think, you know, look, as Tom said, you've got to be taught, you've got to learn, and some people are tougher than others. Some people use the carrot, and some people use the stick, and some people use both, as it were. I mean, metaphorically speaking, the stick. And then just get on with it. Just get on with it. Grow up. Grow up. You're there to learn. Learn. Do it.
All right. I think, and also you do want to be pushed around a bit if necessary, because you don't want to leave thinking, oh, I could have done better there.
Well, the thing is, in this particular situation, I think it was it Amanda Abbington?
Yeah.
I mean, she was doing very well. So keep going, doing very well.
I haven't heard her side of
Who
it.
needs John Travolta? We've got you in that.
Well, exactly.
That's unbelievable.
He won.
No, but I-
You could night fever me any time with
Father
that.
Brown airs on Fridays at 1:45 on BBC One. All episodes from Series 11 are available to watch on BBC iPlayer. Now, I've outed myself as a fan, haven't I? Tom's staying with us. We're going to look at some more TV highlights from this week. And Nina's been keeping up with the new season of The Masked Singer. As ever, 12 celebrities perform well-known hits while in bizarre costumes, leaving us to guess who they are. Have a look.
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah, 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 yeah. I say no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. Take it off.
It's Alexander Armstrong! This is such an unlikely hit, this show.
It's hilarious. It's just bonkers. You're sitting on the sofa on a Saturday evening with a glass of wine. You think, well, how many glasses have I had, frankly? Because the costumes are extraordinary. That was Alexander Armstrong. He was dressed up as chicken Caesar salad. He had, supposed hard-boiled eggs around his waist and croutons on his shoulders. There is also, at the moment, bubble tea and an air fryer. Somebody is an air fryer.
We don't know who they are.
No, absolutely. Nobody knows who they are. And even if you're a contestant on the same, the other contestants don't know who anybody is. It's quite extraordinary.
I know, and I had a week off once, and a rumour started that I was in one of the costumes, and I was on holiday. I didn't know what was going on.
Can you sing?
I can sing 2 notes.
But I mean, air fryers just.
A and B.
A and B, yeah. So the Masked Singer continues on Saturday on ITV. I thought you were gonna trash it, but you love it, obviously.
I absolutely love it. It is just so crazy.
It needs you on the balcony.
Yeah, and I mean, Jonathan Ross is excellent.
Yeah,
and
It's great to see Jonathan prospering again.
Yes.
I think he's a great TV figure.
Although I've yet to hear so-called comedian Mo Gilligan say anything vaguely amusing.
All right. Well, that maybe isn't his job on that show, but I don't know. Okay, that was like stray bullet there.
Sorry.
James has been watching the new series of Slow Horses on Apple TV. Oh, I love this show. I've seen the first 2. This time, the dysfunctional Slough House team look into a murder in Istanbul, but they're soon caught up in a conspiracy that threatens to expose MI5 secrets. Let's see some of this.
Fenix should go into the facility.
Why has he gone quiet?
Well, they'll be sending it up the chain.
Okay.
Wait, what is he doing?
Looks like he ran it up the chain and they gave him the door code.
Can you stop him?
Yeah, just put in the override code.
Do it now.
Trying to remember it.
Jesus Christ, Douglas, come on.
Please do not stress me because I do not react well to stress.
Right, well, you're not going to react well when a dozen armed men come pouring through that door. Come on, think.
Well, all right. It's going to have to be damn good to be as good as seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's amazing. I just think it's so character rich, and also when you see in the newspapers about people leaving like the nuclear codes on a laptop on a train, and you can't work out who these people are, you now know that there are probably people of our security services who are being rejected to some sort of obscure part of London, but they're involved every now and then.
And so people, if you haven't seen it, that the whole premise of it is that there are people who've really blundered while working for MI5. They haven't been fired, but they've been put into this awful office with the intention that they'll just get dispirited.
Yes.
But they're run by this. Gary Oldman plays this awful man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Who actually gets results.
He's amazing because obviously he's had an incredible career, but you can't understand quite what he's done yet to be in charge of these sort of misfits. But he's sort of bitter. He's an alcoholic. His hygiene is extremely limited, but he plays it so well. And talking about kind of, Giovanni, about motivation, he goes completely the other way. He basically tells them they're useless, wants to get them fired, you're awful, but then kind of through that negativity, through negative positivity, essentially, he gets them to achieve some stuff. But it's just character-rich, really interesting. It's not kind of thrill-seeking every 5 minutes. It's much more character-driven, and I love it.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know if you like this kind of drama, Tom, but there are so many of them. I mean, I watched Reacher the other day, for example, and I thought, after one episode, I thought, it's not for me. This is kind of quite nuanced.
Yeah, I've yet to see that. I've seen pretty much everything, but I'd say.
What's your thing? Masked Singer versus Slow Horses? What would you go for?
Slow Horses.
Would you?
My kids.
Oh, what a shame!
That is a difficult choice. Okay, Slow Horses Series 3 on Apple TV now. So exciting! I'm wading through, by the way, Yellowstone, and because somebody told me I must watch it. I'm season 2 of it, and I'm thinking of canning it.
Have you done Ozark?
Ozark I loved. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant, but that sags in the middle of it. I've started.
Don't we all?
Well, speak for yourself, then, actually. I am.
I'm sorry, it's coming to all of
I
you.
love these one-line reviews here. All right, here's another one for you. I had to catch up with Fool Me Once because everybody's talking about it this week. That and Traitors. It's a Netflix thriller based on a Harlan Coben book. I've read a few of his books, and they're really good. They're more than airport trash. They're good thrillers. And this follows Maya Stern, who's trying to come to terms with the brutal murder of her husband when she sees something unusual on her nanny cam. Have a look.
Lily, did you see Daddy?
Daddy.
Did you see Daddy yesterday when I wasn't here? He came over and he gave you a cuddle and he sat you on his lap. Okay.
Okay, we work on the basis here that nothing in episode 1 can be a spoiler, right? So yes, she scene 1, funeral of her husband. Scene 3, he's on the nanny cam. What's going on? I mean, and of course, the reason I got into it, everyone wants to watch stuff that Joanna Lumley's in, and she plays this ghastly mother-in-law. But the story is essentially a heroic person seems to die and then seems to be alive. And of course, then the film disappears and she gets gaslit by everyone. And I don't quite know where it's going, but everyone who's gone further than me says it's great. So now we've got to...
That sounds terrific. I haven't seen it.
And Harlan Coben is a great writer. I mean, he's, classic page turns.
Michelle Keegan's getting absolute rave reviews, isn't she, for just her incredible acting and kind of how she's sort of gone from one sort of genre to serious and has pulled it off incredibly well. Yeah. And I mean, everyone's talking about it as the best thing since sliced bread. So, how good is sliced bread?
And like you, Joanna Lumley is. I think she's. You watch her in anything.
I
fancy. You've got a bit of a thing with John Travolta. Joanna Lumley.
You've got a thing for her.
Delightful.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? That noise sums it up.
The old Roger Moore.
The growl.
Okay.
I'm going to start bringing out the growl. I haven't growled in a long time.
I once interviewed her and I said, Joanna, I said what you said. I said, I've always loved you ever since the New Avengers. And she just went, be still my beating heart.
Oh, really?
It's very cool.
Fool Me Once, available to watch on Netflix. OK, time for our blackboard. So, we're talking to Tom about Father Brown. Father Brown is set in the fictional village of Kembleford in the Cotswolds. It's very picturesque, although quite a few murders there. Look at it.
One a week.
Where is that church? Where's the real place, by the way?
That's Blockley.
Blockley.
So it's near Moreton and Marsh.
Oh, yes, I know that. OK, so we're asking for our blackboard, which is the TV town you'd love to live in? There we go. Thanks to our graphics department for that. OK, Tom, you start. Where would you love to live if you could take a TV place?
Well, I love cold water swimming, so anything by the sea. So
yes.
Port Wen.
Oh, that's Doc Martin, is it?
Martin.
So is that all one word, Port Wen?
Yes, it is.
I think it is.
Portwen.
Got it right. Let's have a look.
The prince was handsome, charming, and fearless. With his faithful hound at his side, the prince journeyed for days on end. And just when he thought all hope was lost, he finally arrived at the castle where the princess was imprisoned.
I thought we were going to be all from the southwest in this blackboard because it's just so gorgeous down there. But you've taken us to the other side of the world, dear Nina.
Yes, Summer Bay.
Summer Bay. Why Summer Bay?
Summer Bay in Australia. It is absolutely beautiful. It's actually filmed at a place called Palm Beach, which is north of Sydney, as it were. And it's a gorgeous area. It's
all right.
Very posh, actually.
Let's see if Nina can sell us Summer Bay.
I thought you said Ziggy wanted to meet us inside.
Just follow me.
Sweetheart, what is going on?
Trust me, okay? Let's just wait here.
I really don't have that much time to muck around, okay?
Marilyn, this is starting to get a bit weird.
Now, just bear with me. All will be revealed in good time. Hey.
That's tricky. I think I'd go Cornwall. James, the TV town we'd love to live in, James.
Springfield from The Simpsons.
You've gone cartoon on us.
Yes, I have.
OK, why Springfield?
I just think it'd be quite fun. It's always sun is always shining, clear blue skies. Visit the Cricket Mart.
And you meet the Simpsons.
Guy. There's a tyre fire. They meet the Simpsons. I mean, what more do you need?
Yeah. OK, let's see.
Marge's hair.
I'm sorry, I messed up your barbecue.
I understand, honey. I used to believe in things when I was a kid. Come on, I'll give you a piggyback ride. A veggie back ride home. Come on.
Baby, I'm amazed the way you love me all the time. And maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you.
I love the clouds are good. They don't look like real clouds. I like that. I've actually also got animation. So this is a crazy one. When my kids were very young, we used to love a show called Lazy Town. Have a look.
Over here, Stephanie. Oh, there you are.
Hi, Uncle Milford.
That kind kind of dates me. That's 20 years ago I was watching that. It was really
I love the pink hair and the whole Technicolor thing. It's so bright.
Give me nightmares though. That.
But yeah, I mean, it's a battle between this heroic. I could now do 10 minutes on lazy time. This heroic figure, and then the really lazy guy who wants everyone to be lazy. And it's kind of. Did you seen that, Tom, or not? No.
No, it reminded me of Up though. Was it Up in the Air?
Real daytime.
Balloons.
Yeah.
No, we always ask the gallery if they've got something better. Quite a lot of the time they don't, because they don't watch the programme. But they have chosen brilliantly today. So the gallery upstairs, the director Dan and team said, no, we've got to go back to the Cotswolds, back to the Father Brown area, but we've got to go this country.
Scarecrow Festival is like the most important day of the year. That's the beautiful thing about living in a village, is that everyone comes together on days like Scarecrow Festival and just forget their utter hatred of each other.
Me at Scarecrow Festival is just asking for trouble, because everyone who's anyone's going to be there.
Honestly, the funniest TV series. Thank you, gallery. This country and a different slice of the Cotswolds. What would you choose, Storm, out of those ones?
Just before you picked Lazy Town, I was thinking In the Night Garden would be lovely. Nice and still, tranquil. You could get a good night's sleep there. But actually, now you've brought up Springfield, I think a bit of action going on during the day. One thing, the weather is great. No wind. Wind is the one weather element I just can't stand.
Oh, because of the hair, yeah.
I don't know. I think they're all great choices.
Yeah, I'm not sure you'd enjoy being in this. Realistically, that's hard living. I'm going with Tom's. What have you got on the show?